Welcome to this lesson on writing concluding paragraphs. In this lesson, you'll learn 3 things that will help you write effective concluding paragraphs: what their role is, strategies for writing effective conclusions, and advice on what not to do. Let's begin by discussing what the conclusion does. In other words, its role. What is the role of a concluding paragraph? What do you already know? The concluding paragraph is the writer's chance to tie all the ideas together, to make connections for the reader. It will help readers see why the observations or points you made have value. It gives the reader a reason to care. An effective conclusion will present the key points of the paper so that readers feel they have gained something. They might, for example, see the broader significance of your ideas. Now that you've reviewed the overall role of the concluding paragraph, you're going to consider strategies for crafting an effective conclusion. What are some strategies for crafting an effective concluding paragraph? One strategy happens in the writing process, often in the revision or review stage. During this review, ask yourself if your ideas give your reader a reason to care. Another strategy is to create a concluding paragraph that returns to the ideas introduced in the introduction by repeating key terms. In the conclusion, many beginning writers are taught to summarize the ideas presented in the paper. However, a better strategy is to synthesize, not summarize. This means showing readers how the points come together and maybe even how they have broader implications. Let's consider some common issues writers have when writing concluding paragraphs. Try to avoid these common issues. Avoid stating the thesis for the first time in the concluding paragraph. This is a common issue because the process of writing helps us form ideas. If this happens to you, to avoid this issue, simply move the thesis statement to the introduction and revise accordingly. Inexperienced writers sometimes write a conclusion by simply restating the thesis statement. Avoid a simple restatement. Instead, extend your thesis statement by showing how all the ideas come together. Avoid adding new supporting evidence. Resist the urge to add information that you couldn't add in the body paragraphs. One way to prevent adding new information in the conclusion is to look at your whole paper. Label each paragraph with the main point. This will help you see if the information ties everything together or is outside the points you already made. It's hoped that this lesson on concluding paragraphs has been illuminating.